My name is Stephen Webster. I've been a jeweller for 35 years, and whenever given the opportunity, I like to go to the source of where my materials come from. Right now I'm in Peru with my brother, David, to meet with Gonzalo, Javier, Frederico and Eric from Solidaridad, an NGO from Holland, who identify products which have fundamental issues surrounding their production. This trip will take us to some small-scale gold mines where the miners live in poverty and the processing is deadly. In Peru, only 35% of the population have any kind of formal employment, and poverty is a big problem. Many of the people work unofficially, living hand-to-mouth existence, and up until now, gold mines have been no exception. Our plan for the day is we've got to get to the mine. We're hoping to get to talk to people in the community there, so that's the miners, the women, see what has changed for them. Because the first place we're going is a mine that's very, very close to achieving fair trade certification, which means that their practices have had to change. Don't really know what to expect, really. I mean, it's part of the adventure. So how's everybody feeling?
Great.
Wonderful. You feeling good? Yes. Anyone want lunch?
Shaken. Lunch is here.
Please let me work somehow. You've kept me waiting 18 months, and still I'm not allowed. And every time you promise me, not much longer now. Oh, I've had to put my whole world in your hands. I'm gonna put my whole world in your hands.
Welcome to a smaller scale gold mine, which is struggling to become formalized and to get the fair trade certification.
Our first stop is the Orelsa mine, where we meet Antonio, a founder of the village. Antonio came here 35 years ago and settled, eventually having a family and building a life and a community. I asked him what made him want to change his business practice to obtain certification.
Que tengan los mismos derechos de trabajo social más que nada.
The example of Orelsa could reach all of the miners, all of the other companies. I feel that the main worries is about the management of mercury and other toxics. Yeah. And that they are interested in the health of the place because they live here, families live here.
Yeah, yeah.
This whole community exists purely because of the mine. Everybody who lives here either works in the mine or provides a service for the mine.
Amazing, isn't it? Everything's brought in here.
Another hair-raising journey taking us further up the mountain to see the processing plant where the gold is extracted from the rock.
Looking out at the emptiness of faces makes me wonder
This is the old way.
Sorry?
The old machines.
Oh,
In the past, they used to do only by this.
The main chemical used here is cyanide, but Fairtrade has very strict guidelines on pollutants and toxins, which are kept to a minimum and managed carefully.
What are they doing then?
Of water
I'll have to find, I missed that bit.
Carbon activated.
I'm going to have detention or something.
This material has 2 grams of gold per kilo of this mix. So every kilo of this is worth $88, $90 now.
Eric's got gold. That's definitely gold. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's got, you can see the metal in it.
It becomes very apparent that you need a lot of rock just to get a small amount of gold. On the most precarious road yet, we make our final journey to the actual mine.
What's happening? Are we scared? I'm all right, actually. I don't like it. We're going in that hole there. Because that was about, I mean, health and safety. They do this every day. It's mental, isn't it?
I like the rustic look they've gone for.
Yeah. I'm glad I got a hard hat.
Steven, if you want to do some questions.
Do I want to do some questions? No, I don't.
Yeah.
How long is it? 150 metros.
150 meters more.
150 meters more.
We journey 400 meters into the face of the mountain. Deep into the mine, we see the gold seam, the vein.
Ah, there we go. That's the seam.
So it's like a layer. You see?
Tiene 9 gramos por tonelada.
9 grams per ton.
They are salida. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, look, what's down there? Careful.
Can you show us
La
that?
veta y continúa para abajo. Este es un inicio de una labor que se va a continuar esto a 50 metros.
So is that gold down there? It goes down, this work goes down, following the layer, it goes down 50 meters. Okay.
Mind that.
If you by 1 degree,
Seeing firsthand the conditions these people work in, it's hard and pretty scary. Miners do this journey every day to exploit the mountain and make a living to feed their families.
Shine down there, Dave.
I got a real sense of how important it is for the miners to have organisations such as Fair Trade and Solidaridad overseeing their working practices.
Well, that was an experience, wasn't it? It was great. We've got exactly 5 minutes to go before the dynamite goes off. Exactly.
Oh, no. Look. Oh, I know how those Chilean miners felt now. I feel like bursting into my mistress and my wife here.
Gee.
Wow.
Yes. Inside this material, there's also gold. So they're making a small hole at the end of the mine, and then they put how do you call it again?
no, the dynamite.
Yeah, they put the dynamite in it.
Yeah.
And then you need to run.
Was it what you expected down the mine?
I don't know, you know, even though I can do it and it was okay, I'm never happy till I got out.
Yeah.
After about 10 foot, which is breaking sort of rocks, big cracks in them, so found that a bit scary.
I think it looked very safe. Except for when we had a rock fall. There was a rock fall, you know, we were in it, sharp and shouting up to the top of the bloke going, "Oi, Gonzalo, back it up!"
Yeah, working here, these guys.
Voila.
On the way down from the Orelsa mine, we came across an artisanal mine, of which there are many. An artisanal mine is an unofficial mine where the guys literally pitch up and start chipping a hole into the rock. These mines are very dangerous due to their unregulated use of mercury during the processing stage.
Okay, gracias. Well, you said it's not a nice job. It's not a nice job. But we're here to see these guys pull this gold out of the earth, which it doesn't seem to want to give up easily, that's for sure. For us to make engagement rings and wedding rings, at least it's going to something that's emotionally relevant, I think, isn't it?
We have been kindly invited to a local lady's house. Jilly is a cook at the mine. She lives here with her 7-year-old son. There are a large community of workers who provide service to the miners. To every one miner, there are 3 people working for them. Jilly is one of them.
She's the cook.
Yeah.
She's the
essential.
No, ya que es pésima, pues si no hay agua, no hay desagüe, aparte no hay una buena educación, hay bastante.
She said to me that the main problem here is that there is no clean water at household level. And not any drainage public system. Right. Yeah. Right. Also, another main problem is among little and old children. There is a high level of malnutrition.
Even here at the first rung of the fair trade process, they don't have running water or mains drainage and live in very basic conditions. As the process goes through the stages, her life will improve more and more.
Después que lo utilizan, se le lava.
The second mine we visit, the mine at St. Louis, takes us 7,500 feet up to the top of the mountain, where eventually we find a whole community.
What are they up to?
They are milling.
So, are they working with mercury?
Acá también es la mezcla con mercurio.
Yeah. And how do you feel about working with mercury?
¿Y normal trabajan con mercurio o tienen que tener algún cuidado?
Normal, no doesn't worry you.
No están preocupados. No, this is normal.
Yeah.
It's the normal process. Yeah. This is the mercury.
Okay. I think that even though for these guys, this is normal practice, it's normal everywhere. You know, they say, oh, it's okay, you know, the water, it goes into that hole and it's okay. But then, you know, right behind us, we've got like little kids who are playing in the same place. And I think, you know, any kind of set of values would tell you that that's not an ideal situation where you've got, they could fall in it. I mean, you know, it's, it looks like a problem to me. We were fortunate that we were able to meet Maria, who's a woman miner. She's bringing up 4 children, a small sheep, some chickens. She's running a shop and she was pregnant. So an amazing person. So, I mean, for us, we figure that's kind of unusual to have a woman in a mine.
Mujeres mineras. The Peruvian women are workers.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's true, it's true. It is.
The eldest daughter was 14. We asked her if she wanted to go down the mine. She said no, she wanted to be a mining engineer. And then it seemed like she wanted to, her dream, if you like, was to be a fashion designer. And maybe for her, fashion designer is just a dream. Hopefully not. That's very smart. So that means you've got to work really hard at school, I think. Yeah?
Eres muy estudiosa en la escuela.
Oh, brilliant. Well, there you go. You can get started. I know you probably support Manchester United, but I could only get an Arsenal one.
Quiero ver los cambios, ¿no? Que ellos superen más, que haya educación más que nada por ellos, ¿no?
She wants to see their daughters educate.
Yeah.
Bueno, con mi pueblo, a ver, vamos a ver.
With the village, let's see.
Queremos el cambio, ¿no? Total, un cambio total.
They want the complete change.
Anytime I try and come to some conclusion, I'm only faced with confusion. Hey.
We're at the San Luisa mine, which is a mine that's very early in its days of working to become certified. So it's just some months. So yesterday we were with the mine that have been 4 years and nearly there. So these people have got a lot of sort of work ahead. This mine is very aware that to gain fair trade status, they need to lower their mercury and cyanide usage. Here the president shows us the new machinery he has bought to dramatically cut down and contain the use of mercury. So is this machine is enough for how much production? For your production from the mine or
Esta máquina tiene capacidad de producción
2 toneladas hora.
2 tons by hour. Per hour.
And is that a reasonable amount? Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough for their actual production.
Right.
You can go out with the
normally, yeah.
So how far in are the miners working?
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
Yes. And go down 500 meters.
How far are we planning on going? 2 kilometers into the rock face, we found a miner working. So how long have you been a miner?
¿Cuánto tiempo estás trabajando en la mina?
De acá estoy trabajando 2 años y medio.
We have 2 years working here.
2 years. So is it a good mine, this one?
¿Es una buena mina?
Sí, claro, sí.
Yes, of course.
Si me preguntaría, pero ustedes más o menos, ¿a qué se debe su visita?
He's asking, why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm a jeweler. I've been a jeweler in London for 35 years, and some of the things that are going to happen in this area with the practices of mining have become important to me. So I'm here as a guest of Solidaridad, who wanted to show me the difference that these things can make with a community. You know, that I can say to my customers, I know exactly where this has come from, and that's what, you know, more and more people want to know about these things. And so I can only say that if I come and see it with my eyes and see the difference that this makes. So that's the plan.
Yeah.
People can't work in more harsh conditions, more adverse, and for us to see, just to see the passion that people have to want to change their own way of doing business, because that then changes their lives, I think helps us to go back, you know, 100%, you know, to say we've seen it, we know this can make a difference, you know, and so we can pass that on. So it's invaluable for us to come here.
They are selecting the mineral, the ore.
I think I found a piece myself. Can you tell me if I've got a piece of gold here? Come on! It's sparkly! Look!
No.
It's easy, it's over by the gate. You don't even have to dig into the ground. Don't tell me this is not gold. I thought we made our fortune. I think for us, you know, we've, apart from having this incredible experience of being here, seeing what we've seen, you know, it's straight away, it fires up something inside you that you know, we came here because we believed that this is the direction we wanted our brands to go, to be using, when possible, a responsible product.
Yes, I love your smile.